Hello and welcome. This is Business Incorporated coming to you live from Channels Television. I'm Chimezi Obi Iwago. Coming up on the show, Brazil's Petrobras to sell 50% stake in a Nigerian oil and gas exploration venture to Vitol-led consortium. Zimbabwe's gold miner Riosim closes its 3 mines due to a shortage of dollars. And Tunisia's central bank retains key interest rate at 6.75%. We get the show started now with the markets, and starting off here in Africa with Nigeria, where the all share index was tilting towards the negative territory with 0.18% decline at intraday. In South Africa, the JSE index was up 1.26%, while Egypt was 0.03% up. Kenya ended Wednesday's session 0.59% lower. And the numbers coming from the Middle East are mixed at intraday today, with the Abu Dhabi and Dubai indices up 0.38% and 0.74% each. In Qatar, the index was down 0.19%, while in Saudi Arabia, the market was 0.11% lower at intraday. And European stocks rallied today as investors digested further corporate earnings and took advantage of heavy selling in the just-ended month of October. Well, let's discuss this and other activities making the rounds in Europe. Daniel Coop joins me now. Hello, Daniel. A beautiful day to you. I hope all is looking good there.
Yes, a beautiful day to you, Chimi, as well. Everything here is just fine. The blue chip index DAX, you can see it in the background, not really knowing in which direction to be heading today. But yeah, it's still a relatively calm day today here at the market.
All right, that's great. But let's see what the German motorists are saying. They are set to file a class action suit today over emissions cheating. That's new legislation allows consumers there to jointly sue companies for damages for the first time. How is the share price reacting now? Well, you talked about it earlier, looking up. And what could this mean for Volkswagen?
Yeah, it's quite surprising because this would be the first time that this is happening, and we are hearing also from big automobile clubs here in Germany, such as the ADAC, that probably millions of diesel owners, by the way, I'm one of them, are most likely going to try to sue Volkswagen in order to get some part of the money back. But is this now going to mean that frustrated diesel car owners who are fearing that from next year on, for example here in Frankfurt, from February on, they might not be able anymore to drive with their old diesel car inside of the city, that they could wait now for this big compensation? Well, I guess I would have to disappoint them, because this is going to be a very, very long process. It can take a couple of years until a court would rule a final verdict about this situation. And even though a court would rule in favor of the diesel car owners, they would still have to go individually to a court and file a lawsuit again. Maybe also because of that, we don't really see a big impact of the share price at all. The Volkswagen share price has been all day here in the green, actually, in the plus, with about 1.5% up to 2%. It seems that the company, at least at the moment, is not that worried about the situation that their business could be harmed because of this.
Now, the Bank of England is expected to announce its rate decisions today. What are you hearing?
Yes, exactly. The Bank of England has kept its key interest rate, that's what we were learning just a few minutes ago, on hold as it waits for the outcome of the stalled Brexit discussions between Britain and the European Union. The bank said its monetary policy committee voted unanimously on Thursday, so today, to leave its main interest rates at 0.75%. The governor of the Bank of England, Mark Carney, will later hold a press conference. We'll be listening, of course, very carefully, at which Britain's exit from the EU is likely to be discussed as key factors in the outlook for the economy. Carney said also today that this summer that the prospect of a no-deal Brexit had gotten uncomfortably high, and he hasn't given his updated view since October's summit of EU leaders failed to have a breakthrough in the Brexit talks. So yeah, we'll be listening very closely at the press conference what he is going to say there.
Right. Now, in another development, Credit Suisse is also opening their books today, even stronger than Volkswagen. What is the reaction of investors?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have to remember that Credit Suisse has been for a long time in trouble. They could not really provide good numbers for a long time. Now, since 2014, for the first time, Credit Suisse is back in the winning zone. They are reporting revenue that went up by 74%. So that's pretty big, to a level of 372 million euros. Analysts are happy, but they were even expecting more. Still, the bank is saying that they're still in a very difficult market environment at the moment. They're also saying that now in the third quarter, the optimism is again a little bit lower, so it's not really sure how they're going to do in the fourth quarter. But for the moment, investors are happy that, as I said, since 2014, the lender has been again back to the winning zone.
Thank you for your time, Daniel. Just one more day to go. See you tomorrow.